All right. So previously in on Lost Judgments, the set pieces, Yagami finally meets up with Kawana again on the ship. The I guess it's a more of a museum ship. Soma makes his appearance once again, and more or less went after them. And Kawana made his escape by blowing up the ship. Yagami was left in the dust, but he was like secondary. He was an optional target because Soma is charged with finding Kawana. And in the midst of all of that, Reiko Kusumoto's son awakens from coma. And because of that, she was about to give herself up due to the persuasion of Yagami. But right at that opportune moment, her son provides an ulterior motive to make a behind under the table deal with Bando, the guy who's running the public security, and also Soma and the RK. So she gave up Kawana, and that's how Soma located Yagami and Kawana's meeting place on the ship in, I've already forgotten the art's name again. I'm gonna say Taka Park or something. One day we're gonna get the name right. And then we know that now Soma is the mole. He is very likely to be a planted undercover agent. That doesn't mean he isn't a vicious, violent person who may really be reminiscent of Kuroiwa, although he does obey orders. That realization came at the cost of Akut's life. So Akut was confronted by Yagami with the help of Saori, who masqueraded once again as a hostess. So there was a segment, a throwback to her hostess around 2 years ago, back in Judgment. And at the moment now, Yagami once again gives Reiko Kusumoto a chance at redemption, but she has one mother who the world is her son. She is going to follow through with her convictions, possibly. Protecting her son became the priority. So at the moment, I don't remember what the agenda was. A lot of the stuff dealt with a wild goose chase to try to root out Soma, for the most part. Also, Liumon got raided by the RK, but Tesso's fine, and 2 of his buddies are in the hospital as an effort to try to flush out Kawana. So right now, Reiko Kusumoto is in an uphill battle. Kawana is either going to get to her. She has to decide what it is. And Yagami was more or less delivered an ultimatum. Those are the main events that I recall. Okay. And then, oh yeah, and we decided our point of attack. I think we're just gonna lean in on EX. And maybe boost attack. Alright. So let's head back to Yokohama 99 to figure out what the next move is going to be. I didn't mean to do that. So far, Yagami is even more of a glass cannon in this game. We met our first boss with a pistol. That was unpleasant. First elite fighter with a permanent pistol. Hello there, little guy.
Back already, Yagami-shi. How are you feeling after last night? That shockwave from the blast took you down.
Oh yeah, that was something else, I gotta say.
I bet, tough guy. Kamurocho's finest detective never fails to impress.
Doc, you made it. We've been asking around if anyone's seen Kuwana.
You don't want to know how that went.
No leads, huh?
Pretty much. Doesn't help that Arcade's crawling all over the place right now. As soon as they spot Kuwana, they're gonna make their move.
Kuwana gave this to me yesterday.
Isn't that Toshiro Ehara?
Right, the
Kawana-san called
locker.
you
So the locker has a final message to Ehara, and Kawana wanted Yagami to give Ehara the locker.
out there just
The
to give
locket.
you this?
Yep. He told me to give it to Ehara.
What the? Oh man, it looks like it's cracked.
Can you take a look at it, Tsukumo? I get the feeling it's no ordinary pendant.
Certainly.
Not handing it over to Ahara till you know what the deal is?
He won't mind, will he? Besides, I damn near got blown up over that thing.
Speaking of, Yagami-shi, what's the status of Ehara's sexual battery trial?
Saori-san's preparing for the appeal. Still no date, but the courts are working as fast as they can. If they accept the case...
There was also a scene where Bando made his appearance in the court case during the discussion about the appeal and if the video was admissible, which it is not. The video of Ehara committing the murder of Mikoshiba.
and it goes to trial, they'll find out about Kuwana one way or another.
And that'd put Reiko Kusumoto in public security in the shithouse, right?
Right. If Kuwana and his murders come to light, anyone connected to Reiko Kusumoto could be suspected as an accomplice. And if that happens, she'd lose any control she had over the pension fund.
Interesting.
Everyone wants their own brand of justice to come out on top. But enough is enough. If we don't handle this, public security will take out Kuwana. And I can't let him die like that.
Then what's your next move?
Gonna head to Ahara's trial and back up Saori-san. Feels like we've come full circle.
I'd argue the opposite, Yagami-shi. The circumstances surrounding the trial are completely different this time around. I can't help but consider how grand a task simply seeking the truth could be.
Seriously. But exposing the truth is the only way to save some and get justice for others. We can't just stay quiet and watch.
Sounds like you're seeing the light. Detective work's not so bad, is it?
Can you guys keep an eye out for Kuwana and Ijincho? I need to go over Ahara's case with Saori-san.
10-4. We'll amp up surveillance.
We're going too, Sukiura. Time to get shit done.
Right on!
They're so much more easily parsed. All the voices are far more separated from each other. They kind of complement each other quite a bit. The Japanese cast is incredibly consistent among the main crew. So like this game, assuming all the voices are the same, which they probably are, Kaito, Yagami, Sugiura, and Tsukumo, they're gonna sound very similar. Except for Yagami. Yagami, so the differences are Tsukumo is probably the baseline, Sugiura is slightly younger. Yagami is soft-spoken in the Japanese one, and Kaito is a lot gruffy, older of the four. That's a subtlety in their difference, but they are far closer to each other than it is the English voice cast of Chung, Freeman. I don't remember Tsukamoto, and Tsukamoto is the same voice actor though, and so is Sugiura from Judgment for the English cast. But they're a lot more different. The main crew that you hear probably the large majority of the lines in this game specifically. Where are we going? Oh, we're going back to Gendo. Right. Saori. Amakita. Okay. Amakita. I'm not gonna remember it again. It's fine. It's tough. Sprinting. Down to A. Oh no, I hit a side case. What is all this? Oh! My word, that's a lot of Kamalops. I must apologize for the state of the place? What's that? I think I'll end up stuck in a park with all these costumes. Oh. And you are... Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. Muroi, head of the community promotion city. Oh, hey, we have a face behind the Kamalops. One of my duties involve handing out these costumes to part-timers for PR events. Okay. Oh. City promoter. Can you say all these costumes are yours? We only seen one Kamalop. Like between the two series. Kicking off a new campaign to foster a kinder, more peaceful Kamurocho.
What does that mean?
That does sound nice. Dealing with the pushy barkers and scouts, helping citizens in need, whatever might improve our public image without being too dangerous. I got all the customers ready, then I realized I forgot to get any storage for the day. Yikes. So he put in children's part. Yep. The only reason I haven't given up completely is I remember the permit I filled for this part.
I see.
Huh. By the way, have you happened to hear... Oh, we have. Yep, a few years ago. For sure. Kamalop. He's a sweet, darling boy who dreams of making Kamurocho a happier place for everyone. Because he's a rabbit. Fair enough.
Oh.
Oh, that sure isn't. Need to get going? Alright. Good luck, my man. I'll be back in another lifetime. Well, oh, he's one of them.
Huh.
So it is a rabbit.
My head hurts.
What the? Right? That side case title really is a spoiler. Someone's in one of these. Oh, are you telling me? Wait, how the heck does Yagami get in one of those? He's so freaking tall. He probably doesn't get in one of those. Although I'm still half expecting him to get into an Onomichio costume. at some point. All right. Some teasers.
Wow, looks like we've got a full house.
Shirosaki-sensei asked me to come by. She said they needed some business handled while you were out of town.
I find it hard to believe she'd put it that way.
Maybe not. Either way, I don't mind helping.
Yagami-san, you're just in time. I think we should conduct another interview with Ihara-san.
Okay, but what will we talk about?
If we want to claim he's innocent of battery, then we need to prove he's the one who murdered Mikoshiba at the same time. But since the murder footage isn't admissible in court, we need something more substantial.
Basically, we need new evidence. And that might mean something no one's seen or found yet.
So your plan is to meet with Ihara and just ask him?
I know it's a long shot, but yes.
I'd like to come help, but someone has to check Higashi-san's work.
Excuse me? If I have to be Hoshino-kun's lackey, I'm fucking out.
I'd prefer if you address me as Hoshino-sensei.
Mouth on this kid.
Dang.
Ihara only seems to open up to
Spicy.
you, Yagami-kun. So, if you talk to him again, do you think we'll find out something new this time?
I'll see what I can get out of him. Having another chat with him couldn't hurt.
Sounds good. Oh, and look after Saori for me, would you?
Sure, but Mafuyu, should you even be here? Won't the prosecution think you're double-crossing them?
What do you mean?
Did they just make a law joke? Double crossing? Huh. I wonder if that was intentional. Because you could use different words like betrayal and whatnot, but they used the phrase double crossing. You cross examine in law, especially if you're considering the defendant and the prosecution being in the same room.
I am just here to get dirt on the defense. Expect Prosecutor Takano to hear all about it.
Yeah, we met Takano for the first
Guess
time.
we better watch
last time.
ourselves.
I still have some preparations to make. Yagami-san, why don't you go kill some time? I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. It shouldn't take long.
Sure thing.
Is it 10 seconds?
I'm going to try and get in touch with Ihara's wife. Even though they're separated, Ihara may have shared details about Mikoshiba's murder with her. Oh, and Higashi-san will be there to help.
We're gonna kill some time. It's all but 10 seconds. Hold up. Here we go. We step out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There it is.
Sorry for keeping you, Yagami-san. We should head to the detention center. Where are you?
In Kamurocho, how about I take a cab and pick you up?
If you please. I'll be waiting.
Yeah. It's less than 30 seconds. As opposed to less than 5 minutes. Just keep getting shorter, you know? Impatient peeps. I wouldn't have mind playing a mini game or two.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage can't be used as evidence. I was hoping it'd be played in court for all to see.
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no problem. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you murdered Mikoshiba. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and they would refuse to accept it.
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for battery, and I'll get away with murder.
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kwana planned. We just don't have the evidence to prove it.
My condolences.
Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out of prison, right? Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate the law for letting a murderer walk free.
Exactly. The public must know that the law can't be trusted. Personally, I hope the media hops all over it.
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder so your confession holds water. Maybe you've got something like that in your back pocket already?
It really isn't a bad
Because
reaction.
we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence to take into the appeal.
That's why you geniuses came all the way out here. I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just handing it over.
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we don't know about?
What is it, Ahara-san?
Even if there was, you'll never get your hands on it. Didn't mean to get your hopes up.
The murder weapon? He left a calling card on the bottom? I don't think it's this. I think Sawana has... Kuwana has that. Maybe the murder weapon?
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD said the weapon used to kill Mikoshiba still hadn't been found.
You asked way early.
Yet it appears in the footage without a doubt as to what it is. A knife. If it wasn't found at the murder scene, it's highly likely the suspect or an accomplice took it with them.
Any normal criminal would have just ditched it somewhere. Except you're anything but normal. You got revenge for your son, and you want to publicly humiliate the law for letting you pull it off.
Your point?
If you were cleared of the battery charges and confessed to Mikoshiba's murder without evidence, no one would buy it. You'd need something convincing. Busting out the weapon no one's found yet would do the trick. That one piece of evidence would flip the whole case on its head.
Look at you go. Then tell me, where do you surmise I've hidden this weapon?
Well, right after killing Mikoshiba in Ijincho, you would have had to book it to Ikebukuro Station. You had accomplices with you.
And if that's the case, there would have been plenty of time to hide the weapon.
Yeah, so that's about as far as I've thought this out.
If that's it, then I'm done here.
Kawana's vanished, Ahara-san. Public security found out about him.
Public security?
Kawana wanted me to tell you he won't make it to the end of your revenge plan.
So, I'm the last man standing, am I? Well, he's already helped me plenty. I never expected to see him again anyway.
At this point, he won't be able to outrun them. If public security catches him, he'll get much worse than an unfair trial. Burying him will be the least they do.
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kawana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Ahara-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kawana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request to look into both the Hara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? At Hara-san's trial, I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
Once
Sure
again,
about that? You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
Doesn't solve the lack of evidence problem, but you know, friendship. Kaito and others are looking for, okay. Oh yeah, this is the warning. Here it is. It's gonna get pretty intense. Note that you're in for a long haul. You'll still be able to. Okay. I mean, perhaps buying. Perhaps. Buying some healing items? Ooh, I want revenge on that guy, but oh wait. The Don Quixote is not here anymore. I was like running, I was like, where's the Don Quixote at? Wow. I didn't even realize that. What the heck? Alright, I guess we're going to the Popo. Oh, this thing finally got constructed. Oh, you know what? I didn't even ever look if in Yakuza Like a Dragon, if it's at this corner. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah, this is the 4K plan. Police building. Can I walk in it? No. They replaced the Don Quixote. Huh. Oh, it does tell you plus XP. Oh, it gives you the modifiers now on the bottom. Sure. We'll buy the sushi set too. Oh, they're not. I was expecting that guy to be a friend, but I think most of the stuff is moved to Ichinjo. Alright. Alright. Off to Ichinjo. Let's go. Finale time.
Hello?
Doc, where you at right now?
Just got back to Yokohama, actually. You weren't spying on me, were you?
You just noticed? Everywhere you went, I know about it. And I mean everywhere.
Where are you right now?
Over at the Leomont's place. Hoshino-kun and Higashi are here too.
Oh, right. They mentioned they were going to Yokohama to see Ahara's wife or something.
Oh,
Make your
okay.
way over, will you? I need a full report. I don't want to hear you were slacking.
Well, look at you taking charge. Anything else, boss?
Yeah, don't drag your feet along the way.
Is there... Now I'm kind of curious. Is there a, Yeah, so... Yeah, there's no... Wow. There's no Don Quixote. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, coming through. Alley-oop? Oh, didn't even see the jump. Gang's all here.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Nailed it. God. They're so right on the mark when it comes to American phrases.
Everyone but the star of the show.
That is next level ass kissing, Hoshino-kun.
A good ass kisser is a good communicator.
Welcome back, Yagami-san.
Grab a seat.
That's a deep cut. A good sycophant is a good communicator.
Talk. Nice. So you're really gonna stand in court again?
Just to give Sari-san some support.
Ah, I see. Does that mean I don't need to be present for Ahara-san's appeal?
Huh? How would I know? Isn't that more of a Sari-san question?
If Yagami's there, I don't see why you gotta be. You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun. You still gonna have a job if you're redundant?
I have been plenty useful. At least a little.
Should a lawyer really have to say that? This guy is kind of a rookie, huh?
Dang.
Man, the gangster just put the lawyer on notice.
Savage.
Well, that's all I got. How about you guys?
Alright.
So where's Kuwana? Any word on where he's hiding?
Yeah, about that. We must have asked everyone in Ijincho, but we got nothing.
RK's out there looking for him too. He seemed to think I've still got him under watch.
On the flip side, that means they still haven't found him either.
Well, yes, although that's not much consolation.
You think Kuwana-san's still in one piece after the explosion?
Alive? Yes. Unharmed? I can't say. When I saw him, he was already making plans to disappear. But the real problem is what happens next. Now that he knows Reiko Kusamoto betrayed him, we don't know Kawana's next move.
I'd never let that slide if I were in his shoes. Maybe Kawana's thinking the same thing, you know? He spent all that time underground brooding and shit. Maybe he's really gonna stick it to Reiko Kusamoto.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Hoshino-kun, Higashi, you two met with Ahara's wife?
Yeah, but we didn't gain much from it.
Turns out Ahara and his old lady don't really keep in touch. After her son took his life 4 years back, she refused to keep living under the same roof. Only reason she hasn't divorced him is because it's too much of a pain to process.
She's been living in that same apartment even when Toshiro-kun was still alive. She let us light some incense on his altar, but she was pretty vacant the whole time.
Did Ahara's battery charge come up at all?
She said she didn't care.
She didn't care her husband was out there groping women and killing bullies? Has she even seen Mikoshiba's murder footage?
According to her, no.
Really? That's hard to believe.
Well, there's no easy way to put it, but it felt like she'd given up on everything.
Made for a pretty depressing trip, I'll tell you that.
Dang.
What's the word on RK coming down to Ijincho?
Everywhere you look, they're strutting around like they own the place. And they know our faces, too. They stare us down, but never get too close. It's fucking annoying.
Plus, they're acting like they're here to stay. They've been harassing the joints we have ties with.
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers, and dying dashing or complaining to mess with business. Then another guy will come in and be like, need protection? And suddenly they're charging a fee.
That's some Yakuza shit right there.
Old shit, too. A Yakuza who pulls out today is out in one shot under the anti-gang laws.
And Soma? Is he still around town?
Nah, there's nothing on him. Even if he is, he probably went underground by now. And Soma isn't exactly a social butterfly like Akutsu. Finding him's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Especially if he has public security's help. Unless it's a life or death situation, I doubt he'll show his face.
That about wrap it up?
Seems so. As for me, I think I'll head out and see what I can find out about Kawana-san.
Same. I just hope he's okay.
Tsukumo-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive work.
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hoshino-kun.
Oof.
Black belt in karate, and you never even use it.
Dang.
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho. Enjoy yourself, Higashi-san.
Oh, dang. He's not joining us.
What about you, Tom? Wanna call it a night? Tesso said he'll let us stay if you do.
No skin off my back, really.
So, what'll it be?
Yeah.
If I can really stay the night, I'll take him up on that.
Okay. Make preparations?
Yagami, I think I'll stick with Aniki and tag along. Guess that means I'm helping you guys out. Couldn't live with myself if I backed out now with a fish this big on the line.
Fair enough.
Get this, Doc. Tesso asked me to fly the drone. Says it's the first time he's seen this place from above.
Seriously, it's pretty legit. I picked one up for myself.
I'm guessing we walk out for 15 seconds and then get a phone call. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. Never mind. We just have a place. I guess we're going back to Yokohama 99 or something. Yep. Oh, we can talk.
Hey, Yagami-san. You handle everything in Ijincho?
I think so?
There it is. Hold up.
Nah, I've still got some
Okay,
stuff.
cool.
We'll save here then. It's the last warning.
Hey, yeah.
Let's go.
Really? Good, because Tsukumo-kun said he had something he wanted to show you. He's upstairs. You mind going to him? Tsukumo-kun, Yagami-san's here.
Something up?
Yes, it's about the pendant Kawana-san gave you. Turns out, it was just a decoy after all.
Decoy? For what?
For what was inside.
Oh.
This. The cracks in the pendant were hiding
SD
an
card.
SD card, and on it was some video data.
Video data? Of what exactly?
The murder?
It's the footage
video?
of Ihara murdering Hiro Mikoshiba. Just like we saw before. No additional scenes.
That doesn't make sense. Why would Kawana put his life on the line just to give me that? I mean, RK came after him and everything. And all for a video that's already all over the internet?
Yes, except the video on that card is the original. All the others were copies of this source. In layman's terms, this is the master tape. Or in film, it'd be the negative. With no additions or modifications of any kind.
What do you mean? And how do you know for sure?
So
Good
this
question.
SD card here is a special little thing. You can't usually buy it in stores. It's called a worm, or write once, read many. If you were to take a picture with a digital camera, the images saved on this SD card couldn't be edited or deleted. It's what forensics teams use when photographing crime scenes. Which means what we have here is unaltered footage of Mikoshiba's murder.
That means it would qualify as evidence in Ihara's appeal.
Yeah, I'd say you have room to negotiate with the prosecution and the judge. At the very least, it beats an internet copy with no origin.
Hey, think this'll be enough to win the trial?
Well, I can't guarantee that. But it does explain why Kawana-san took such a risk. The video on here is the sole original. That's why he'd only leave it in the hands of someone he trusted.
Kawana asked me to give this to Ihara.
Sure, but he had to know we'd turn it inside out first. Maybe it's Kawana-san's way of entrusting you with the evidence you need? After all, with public security after him, he may not live to see tomorrow. And seeing how he's on the run, he had to find a way to get that into Ihara-san's hands. Which I think is why he left it all up to you, Yagamishi.
And it's settled. It's about time I expose everyone involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Ihara, Kawana, and his students. That's the first step to luring public security out in the open.
And I believe the SD card will make that possible.
So hey, looks like almost getting blown up was worth it.
I guess so.
Had some silver lining.
Hey, I'm sorry to bug you.
Interesting.
Matsu? What are you doing here?
I was talking to the MRC guys earlier. They said you'd be at this detective agency.
Everything okay?
Well, Akane started hanging out with some shady guys. So I figured I should talk to Yagami-san about this.
Sounds like a tricky situation. Please, have a seat.
Akane's that girl you hung out with all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, want to tell me more about these shady guys?
They're these thugs from Tokyo. RK, they're called. They've been flirting with her.
Okay. What else?
They got her so comfortable she blurted out some stuff she probably shouldn't have. Stuff about you, Yagami-san.
Well, that's nothing I can't handle. But rolling with RK is bad news. She needs to stop. Their leaders are ex-Yakuza, you know.
I knew it. So they actually are dangerous then.
What's really going on?
They asked Akane which student you cared about the most.
Koda.
So she kinda blurted out Koda's name.
She did what?
Yeah, even Akane knew she messed up, so she called me right after. Yagami-san, you've been mixed up with RK, right? You think they might go after Koda?
Can you try to get in touch with her?
Actually, I haven't been able to.
What about Akane?
Oh, right. Let me try and call.
Hello, Matsun?
Akane, where are you right now?
The last place Mikoshiba-sensei was.
Huh?
I I'm with RK. We're at the building where Mikoshiba-sensei's body was found.
Why?
Matsune, are you with Yagami already?
How do you know about that?
It's Yagami. Is Koda-san there too?
She is. Yagami-san! It's me, Koda! Please, help me!
This Yagami? Come on over and we'll play. You know the place, right?
Who is this?
Not important. Better hurry, or else Kodo-chan will have to entertain us. Know what I mean?
Hey! Stop it! No!
Don't! What the hell do you want?
Come down and find out. Oh, I'm sure this goes without saying, but if you go to the cops, these girls are as good as dead.
Do you guys even understand what you're doing right now?
Better hurry.
I don't recognize the voice right off the bat.
You stay here. Tsukumo.
I'll contact Kaito-san and Higashi-san for help. And I'll fly my drone out to the scene too.
Perfect. Counting on you.
It can't be Akutsu anymore. I guess
Let's go,
Matsune
Yagami-san.
is just stuck.
Hurry up, or I'm leaving without you.
Oh, right. No skateboard. Sugiura, you were the one that was complaining about hurrying up, okay? I suppose we could have taken a taxi.
What's up?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. My drones just arrived at the scene. Koda-san and Akane-san are with some men. About 20 of them.
Where's Kaito-san and Higashi?
I've contacted them. They're on their way now.
Good.
Okay. They were chilling at Restaurant Row. About the same distance, really. Alright. Okay. "20 men, huh?"
Hey! He's here! It's Yagami!
Talk. This where those RK guys are holed up? He's Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec. Tsukumo?
I've confirmed the enemy position, Yagami-shi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded, so a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run.
Those
Would you care to
flares?
hear my plan?
Smokes?
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
I guess we'll find out what the plan is.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come with all your little bodyguard buddies?
Oh, yeah.
Not like you've got room to talk.
This
How
guy.
many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll have to save the lecture for after all this is over. You'll be free soon. That goes for you too, Koda-san.
You so sure about that?
You kidnapped them to get to me? Well, here I am, so let's go.
We did lure you here, so we can beat your sorry ass to death.
Yeah, this is the guy we fought in that building construction thing, I'm pretty sure. He didn't skedaddle. He just kept going.
Okay, then.
After Yagami warned them.
So what was your plan? Throw all these guys at us as soon as we kick down the door?
We're smarter than that, you know.
Yeah. We knew you'd have some backup!
Here comes. Let's take out the trash. Yagami, hands where I can see them. And same for you two.
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
Huh?
Players.
Shit! Up there!
The wicked shall be smited and retribution shall be swift!
Yeah, the guy in the yellow hoodie tried to shoot the drone in that one scene.
Come on.
Nice.
Did you really think one gun was enough to take out a crew like us?
Good job,
You did.
Sugiura.
You were wrong.
You two sit tight a little longer. But just to warn you, I'm gonna go hard on these guys. You wanna see some asses kicked? Don't blink, okay?
Let's get going. I want him down before the smoke clears.
Yeah.
Come on!
I don't know how I feel about not disassembling the stock, the barrel, and the pistol, just throwing it on the ground. Okay. Sure.
Step away from the window!
Step away from the window. I think there are two elites. Hondo and someone else.
We are ready to go.
Oh.
We are ready to go.
Holy, that is fast. What the heck?
Here we go.
Holy, what is that speed?
I shall assist you. We are ready to go.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, you get stopped dead in your tracks.
Here we
Holy
go.
heck, hold up. Do I really want, I think that's good enough to survive one. The EX does not protect you. You know, I was trying to cash out on the EX with a different stance. You get massacred.
Here we go.
Yeah, dude. 180, like 360
We are ready to go.
hitbox. Freaking 360-degree hitbox on a vertical swing. Like, what the heck, dude? Bye.
Thanks. You saved us. I'm so sorry.
No.
Are you, though?
I'm the one who got you into this. It's not your fault, it's RK's.
That's fair.
I'm next in line after them. Besides, I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
Mm-hmm.
Coda, I'm really sorry. It's all right. Well, I'm gonna head home.
That wise. Soma.
Soma?
What? Who?
Kane, get back!
Huh?
Here all by yourself? What are you trying to pull?
Oh, I'm just here to talk. To be honest, Kuwano's put us in kind of a tight spot.
How so?
Well, he's got Kawai's body, Reiko Kusamoto's victim, hidden in a freezer, of all places. Been on ice for what, 5 years? You know about this, Yagami?
Yeah.
Problem is, he's planning to reveal its location on the internet.
Interesting.
If that
plan.
happens, Kusamoto-san will be ruined. No doubt her fingerprints and other traces are all over the damn corpse.
Yeah, but that's for the better. Means she won't have to listen to you.
Reiko Kusamoto is a capable woman who can swim with the tides. She's irreplaceable. It would be unfortunate to lose her over some lowlife she had to put down. She's on our side now, and she's accepted it.
So it's your duty to protect people like that?
I protect order, not people. Consider me a necessary evil.
Necessary evil?
That's right. If I hadn't gone undercover, the Tojo clan's ex-Yakuza would be spread all over by now. If that happened, we never would have been able to track their current activity. That's why I created the RK Network. To keep Kamurocho's underground under control. Much safer and less messy than wiping them out indiscriminately. But in the shadow of order, there's always a pair of dirty hands.
Right. Kawana said something like that too.
But if there's one difference between the two of us, it's that I find my work enjoyable. It gives me purpose. When I dirty my hands, it's in the service of order. It goes back to a necessary evil to maintain peace in this country. In my eyes, peace does require violence. It only works when killers are below the surface, keeping it afloat.
Sawa-sensei too? Is that the peace you want?
Yoko Sawa? She did have to die. She almost connected the Mikoshiba case to Kawano. She was getting very close to it. She may even have figured out Reiko Kusamoto was involved. The fewer people who know a secret, the better kept the secret stays. I don't remember even hesitating on that call. And I think that means... well, you guys won't like hearing this, but it was justified.
You asshole!
Whoa, whoa. Don't fly off the handle now. I haven't finished what I had to say.
What the fuck?
Did I mention how much of a pain in the ass Kuwana made this? He negotiated for your lives, using Kauai's body as leverage over us.
What?
So relax, would you? I don't plan on killing you here.
Then why even show your sorry face?
The trial for Ehara-san is coming up, right? You know, the groping thing. I've come here with a request that I hope you'll consider.
This from you?
Reiko Kusamoto's name is not to come up during the Ehara trial. That shouldn't be so hard, right? Shirosaki-sensei would have to agree to this too.
And if we were to refuse?
Nothing. It's Kusamoto-san's request. She is asking nice.
What?
A mother doesn't want her child branded a murderer's son. Could you give her that much? And that's all. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
You think so, huh? Why put off what we can settle now? Soma! Akane!
Akane-chan! Why am I...
A paint gun? You okay?
That son of a...
Well, hell, that's gotta hurt. But a bruise sure beats the alternative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say he got us good with that one.
A little throwback.
Yeah.
A little throwback there.
Call.
Definitely called it about the Yakuza 4 remaster thing.
If Soma hadn't been packing a paint gun, that would have been really bad. You two are more important than him. I should have prioritized protecting you.
Yagami-san.
You've been brave. I'm sure this was really scary for you. We'll need to do things one step at a time, Kaito-san. We can't tackle it all at once. First thing, Ehara's groping appeal needs to become a murder trial that outs Kawana and his students. That way, if public security is our real enemy here, we'll have the prosecution and the courts on our side. That'll be on me. I'll reveal a truth no one can deny.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much your specialty. Send that asshole to jail for good.
You've got this, Yagami-san.
Whoa. This is crazy. Why is he so hot? Am I right?
Oh my gosh.
Just a minute ago, she got shot. And now look at her.
Teenagers.
Fair enough. Alright. 1 month later. Oh. Moments, but oh, we're gonna fill in the gap. We're gonna go straight up 1 month ahead and then fill back again. Okay.
Hello?
I think.
Yeah, I'm getting ready now, Sari-san.
This is how the finale of Judgment happened too. But it stopped right before Hamada reveals that he was gonna own up after Matsugani's sacrifice. Same setup. Keeping with tradition.
Oversleep?
He has a new suit. New tie too. The suit's texture might be the same texture, just like a little bit more intricate, but his tie is definitely a different color. He wore a red tie. Red tie with other stripes.
Ah, I would never... Okay. Yep. Alright, see you at the courthouse.
Yeah, it's definitely a different texture. I like it. It reminds me of like a twill suit. I'm a fan of twill suits. A type of weave pattern. No cut in the back. No suit cut in the back. Interesting. And it has additional lines along the side. Sorry, I had like a... Once upon a time, I got really into suits. Wow, that's a really... Is that a new age thing? Having two lines along the abdomen? Huh. Be classy. Yeah, no cut in back. Yeah, pretty sharp line down the back of the arm. Huh. Kind of nice. Gives it a lot of form. All right. Objection.
Held on violation of Shinjuku Station's anti-nuisance ordinance, the defendant of this appeal is active duty officer Akihiro Ihara. He was previously convicted and sentenced to 6 months. However, the defense wholly rejects the sexual battery charge and asserts his innocence.
The prosecution points to 2 pieces of evidence to prove the defendant guilty. One is the security camera footage from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku Station. The other is fiber traces from the victim's undergarments on the defendant's hand. The defense maintains this was not sufficient evidence to issue a guilty verdict. We have prepared counter-arguments to each piece of the prosecution's evidence.
How does the prosecution respond?
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate. That is all.
Go.
Then first, let's examine the security footage from Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station submitted at the first trial. This is footage of Ikebukuro Station on October 7th at 7:43 a.m. The individual wearing sunglasses and a mask is believed to be the defendant. This person remains in the area for over an hour, watching as countless trains make their stops. At 9:06 a.m., he locates the victim of this case, then he boards the train and pursues her. This footage of the station platform is from when the suspect and victim board the train car.
We already saw this during the first trial. Let's not be redundant.
Of course not. The victim claimed the defendant moved in a suspicious manner once the train left Ikebukuro Station, ultimately placing his hand under her skirt. After they arrived at Shinjuku Station 6 minutes later, the victim gathered her courage and grabbed his hand. However, there's a possibility the offender seen here is not the defendant himself, but a different person entirely, a stand-in. The goal was to disguise this event as an alibi for the murder which occurred in Yokohama that same morning. In other words, this instance of sexual battery was a conspiratorial fabrication. The original verdict was issued without taking this into consideration, resulting in an inadequate trial.
This is merely speculation. The defense has no proof to support these claims.
Precisely the issue.
Yes, there is indeed no definitive proof that confirms the existence of a stand-in. However, the notion itself cannot be disproved, even with all of the prosecution's evidence.
Would you care to elaborate, please?
The assailant fled the train and was caught shortly after on the Shinjuku Station platform. Many nearby passengers filmed the scene, which then circulated throughout Japan. The impact may have been greater since the defendant was an active duty officer.
Oh, hey, Hattori.
No
Hattori
mistake
makes
that
a
the man
reappearance.
apprehended at the platform was the defendant. Upon arrival, station police arrested him and immediately performed a trace element inspection. With that said, there's a very real possibility the offender who ran off the train was an entirely different person, and we have the evidence to prove that.
We have 2 offenders, right? What evidence show that they swap places? Let's start with this.
If you'll kindly look at this.
What is this?
How can you
Displayed on the
see
large
that?
monitor, please.
Oh, there it is.
Is that a diagram of Shinjuku Station?
That's correct, Your Honor. First, the victim and the offender ran onto the platform as soon as the train doors opened. The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route with an arrow. The lighter areas on the overhead view are within the security camera's line of sight. More people pass through Shinjuku than anywhere on Earth in a single day. It's packed with security cameras. However, This arrow with the dotted line reveals the existence of a small blind spot. That's where the defendant and stand-in swapped places.
I see. So you claim this was their opportunity?
Yes. As such, I'd like to question the defendant once more over this evidence. Defendant, when you were issued the verdict in your first trial, you said the following to the judge. In a warehouse about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. If that wasn't enough, you correctly identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, despite the fact the police had yet to do so. How did you manage to pull off such a feat?
It came to me in a dream. Strange, I know.
Mikoshiba-san was your son Toshiro-kun's classmate, was he not?
That's right.
Toshiro Ihara was found dead in his apartment 4 years ago. He took his own life. Afterward, the defendant sued the school over Toshiro-kun's suicide.
Yes?
Ihara-san, can you tell us why you sued the school?
There were rumors my son had been bullied. Unfortunately, the court wasn't able to substantiate that claim.
And these rumors were discovered on the internet?
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Mikoshiba-san's name was among them. Were you aware of this?
I was.
Would you say you harbored murderous intent against Mikoshiba-san?
Objection. The defense's question is irrelevant. This case is to examine whether or not sexual battery took place. Also, the Kanagawa police are actively investigating Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. The courtroom is no
That's not
place
true,
for
but
baseless
okay.
speculation.
How does the defense respond?
The timing of the battery incident makes this case an alibi for Mikoshiba-san's murder. We believe there's a very relevant connection.
Very well. The prosecution's objection is overruled.
Okay.
And please keep it brief.
Just as soon as the defendant answers the question. Did you harbor murderous intent for Hiro Mikoshiba?
Of course I did.
In other words, Your Honor, it goes like this. On the day Toshiro-kun's bully, Mikoshiba-san, was killed, the defendant set out to synchronize the murder with sexual battery. It became his alibi for the murder, and the prosecution and the court all but approved it. A 6-month sentence for sexual battery and getting away with murder. That's all the motivation the defendant needed to fabricate this elaborate scheme. His stand-in groped his accomplice, and then they swapped places before getting caught. It's all entirely possible.
Then the defense should present some evidence to prove it.
Wrong. That's not how this works, is it? The prosecution bears the burden of proof in criminal cases. If we go through all the evidence and discover the possibility no groping took place, then it's on the prosecution to refute that.
Fine. Have it your way. The defense's argument about the security camera's blind spot is flimsy at best. While the defendant was running, his female victim was chasing after him. Surely the victim would have seen if he had switched places with a stand-in. Yet the victim provided no such testimony.
The victim, Yui Mamiya, was an accomplice in the scheme.
Objection! This is an insult to the victim. Such claims harm the integrity of all women.
We have good reason to doubt the victim's credibility. She was all part of his plan. In fact, that's all but sure.
A 50-something man separated from his wife was driven by loneliness to harassment. That seems much more likely.
That's a fair
The way
point.
you phrase that. Is the prosecution admitting the defense's claims aren't wholly impossible?
Beg pardon?
That's also
That
fair.
would imply the guilty verdict from the first trial was issued without 100% certainty.
Now you're just nitpicking.
Defense. If you claim to doubt the victim, then what is your reasoning?
Yes, we do. In actuality, she wasn't the only conspirator who helped stage the groping. The bystander who captured the defendant, the witness who recorded the incident on his smartphone. Both men, in conjunction with the victim, were classmates from the same high school. Which means, strange as it sounds, that these seemingly unrelated individuals were in fact all acquaintances.
Really,
It's
really
clear
hard
that this
coincidence
was a
to rule
carefully
out.
organized and planned event.
Our investigation discovered they all graduated from Kurokawa Academy in Tokyo 13 years ago. Additionally, Yoko Sawa, the teacher who was killed in Ijincho, graduated from the same class. 4 years ago, she was the teacher of the defendant's son, Toshiro-kun. We believe this indicates a connection between the Kurokawa Academy graduates and this case.
Of course, that's as deep as we need to go on that. We've simply presented the possibility that multiple conspirators were present when the defendant was apprehended. And as long as such a possibility exists, the defense asserts the defendant cannot be found guilty.
Your Honor, may I speak?
What is it?
I haven't committed murder. Per my conviction, I am just a pervert who victimized a woman on the train. Everything else is in the defense's imagination.
Defendant, why did you agree to this appeal then?
You can ask my lawyers that. I simply didn't stop them.
How does the defense respond?
It's just as the defendant says. However, we believe his recollection may be a bit fuzzy. To refresh his memory, I'd like him to take a look at some footage. Will you permit this, Your Honor?
Now what?
But please, don't display this on the large monitor. We shouldn't shock the public. It's footage of a murder.
Excuse me, wasn't that denied as evidence?
As I said, this is solely to refresh your memory. It's up to the judge whether or not we show it.
Please proceed.
That's just internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once, read many card, also known as a worm. The police use it to photograph evidence. Anything recorded on it is highly reliable data. After serving your time, you intended to release this to the public. But Kawana can't wait for that to happen. And that's why he left it in my care.
Don't kill me. Please.
Wait, he just name dropped Kawana.
Toshiro-kun, I'll make it up to him. I'll atone for it. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Defendant, in that footage, is the person in the white raincoat you?
You could say it looks like me.
The person you killed is Hiro Mikoshiba. According to the autopsy report, he died sometime after 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. Therefore, it can only be that the person who passed through the ticket gate shortly after at 7:43 a.m. was not you, but your stand-in. As the defense, we cannot allow our client's conviction of sexual battery to stand in light of this footage. May we continue questioning the defendant?
How does the prosecution respond?
Even if the footage has an irrefutable source, that alone does not prove guilt of murder. I'd just like to state that in advance.
So the prosecution is denying the murder? Remind me who exactly is defending me here?
Good question.
The defense repeatedly mentions a stand-in, but where is this person currently? Who even are they? The person on the station security footage was wearing sunglasses, but he looked just like the defendant.
We believe he used a mask made from a 3D printer. If you look closely, the alleged defendant at Ikebukuro Station and on the train does not move his mouth at all. We learned this from sources who may have been the stand-in and the collaborators.
Then we should call them to the stand to testify.
No need. The defendant should know all of this already.
I don't know anything about it.
He said he doesn't know. So what now? The defendant admitted to sexual battery, not murder. The murder footage has excellent production value, but nothing else corroborates the defense's claims.
Your Honor, I would like to request further witness testimony from the victim.
Denied. Both the defendant and the victim certified the validity of the battery, leaving no room for discrepancies. It would be unprecedented for a victim to testify further in this situation.
By that logic, there's no precedent for using battery as an alibi for murder either.
I will admit there is a possibility, but not enough to justify subjecting the victim to further distress in court. I must once again deny the request.
But...
Defense, I've made myself clear.
Your Honor, following the defendant's last statement, we have a few more questions.
Understood. Please proceed.
What's next?
Jin Kuwana? Do you still have pride as a... How did you... I guess, bring up Kuwana?
Ihara-san, you're familiar with Jin Kuwana, aren't you? He's a handyman in Ijincho.
Nope, never heard of him.
On October 7th, Kuwana disguised himself as you and boarded a train in Ikebukuro bound for Shinjuku Station. He was the stand-in for the sexual battery mentioned earlier.
Your Honor, no evidence has been submitted to verify that statement. The name Kuwana was not present on any documentation, nor was the prosecution notified.
Kuwana is the very person who encouraged the defendant to murder Mikoshiba-san.
Defense, as the prosecution has stated, no one by the name of Kuwana is known to the court. We've not even confirmed if he exists. Please refrain from this line of questioning.
Fair enough.
But, Your Honor, Kuwana is a key factor in the defendant's motive. Without him, Ihara-san never would have killed Mikoshiba, and we wouldn't be in this courtroom. Am I getting through to you?
I don't know a Kuwana.
No, you definitely do. Kawana's the one who fanned the flames of vengeance. You do well to remember that.
Okay. I contacted in the past. This is, that's right. We do have this. That could create the link, I guess, because of the bullying. That's the closest thing we have. Yeah.
Take a listen to this.
What is it?
It wasn't just some random internet post that made you decide to kill Mikoshiba-san, was it? Even while battling the school in court, you still didn't know for sure who pushed Toshiro-kun to his death. That's when Kuwana came to you with this recording, right?
We were told that by Kuwana.
Why do you...
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face.
That's the voice of Yokosawa, the teacher Toshiro-kun confided in about being bullied 4 years ago. It was recorded in secret and played for the defendant by Kawana.
He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. Believe me, I never wanted to do that. They said there was no hope, that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever.
After hearing this, the defendant came to believe Mikoshiba-san's unchecked aggression toward Toshiro was the driving force behind his son's tragic suicide. And ultimately, this became his motivation for murdering Mikoshiba-san and staging his elaborate cover-up. Isn't that right, Ihara-san? Is it coming back to you yet?
Afraid not.
I see.
Then, is that all? Can the defense please get back on track?
This recording only came into my hands by means of Kawana. Except, thinking about it now, much like the murder footage, that would qualify as an unreliable source, wouldn't it?
What?
We live in an age where audio and video footage can be fabricated and easily reproduced.
What are you getting at?
Sawa-sensei, the one speaking in the recording, was murdered only days ago. And the one who recorded it, Kawana, disappeared without a trace. Meaning that as far as this recording is concerned, no one is left who can prove that it's authentic to the court.
Except for you? How is he gonna do that?
Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say you're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
This has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Okay. Then tell me why I shouldn't do it.
Because Mikoshiba was a man who should never have escaped being judged. That's the proof of my son's pain. The proof that everyone ignored.
Fair enough.
That recording is all I have left of him!
Well played, Yagami. Well
I took
played.
the school to court because Toshiro deserved justice. But all they could say is that the cause of his suicide couldn't be determined. In the end, not a single person was held responsible. No proof, no justice. My son was hung out to dry.
Yes. That's all true.
All of you. You're all so incompetent. You see yourselves as these paragons of law and justice, yet the truth slips right through your fingers. And then, my alibi made you a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you. Toshiro threw his life away and justice was blind to his pain. Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
This is coming in hot. Remember that pervert cop? Turns out he's actually a murderer.
To recap, you killed Hiro Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then headed to Shinjuku Station where you and Kawana pulled off a switch, and there you were ultimately arrested as a groper.
Yeah. That's right.
Defendant, you bear animosity for the whole system. We can't just take your words at face value. If you're responsible for Mikoshiba-san's murder, can you bring forward any evidence, or just the murder footage?
To tell you the truth, I have something that I was holding on to for the impact that it would have. It's very real evidence that the law has failed us.
What have you been hiding then? Will it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
Yes.
Then what is it?
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. In it, you'll find the weapon I used for the crime, the knife I murdered him with. It still has Mikoshiba's blood on it.
Wait a minute, Genda-sensei. I prayed at that altar.
Well, I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well then. We'll open an investigation.
Defense. Will there be anything further?
No matter how justified, vengeance is not something we can ever take into our own hands. That said, in the case of Ahara-san, our system failed him. We know the law strives to be just, but it failed to prove Toshiro-kun was bullied. That's not justice. Not when no one is held responsible. The law, as well as those who enforce it, are far from perfect. So to the court, I say let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings should be adjourned. At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered, we can resume the trial. I'm willing to do that via a special exception. Defense, prosecution, is that clear?
No objections.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ehara residence. They've recovered the knife. I'm ashamed to admit that I was so blind to his scheme.
Well then, that makes two of us.
Seems I underestimated you. And the worst part of all, I was arrogant. Legal authority and organizational connections should never be held above the pursuit of truth. I'm glad you were able to make me see that again. Thank you.
Nah.
You've come a long way.
Genda-sensei.
Another one of Genda-sensei's pupils? Dang, man. Genda-sensei just... it's everyone.
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way. Not even his own boss. And he only bows once in a blue moon, so I hope you remember this.
Typical Genda law. I'm never going to like you.
I think Mafuyu mentioned that. I might have forgotten. Mafuyu mentioned that Hanako has it out for Genda law, but we're still not sure what the relationship is. Like maybe not a pupil. Maybe they cross paths because Mafuyu said something about like Genda is arrogant and a roughhouser when he was young. But we don't ever see flashbacks of his old days. So that might be what this interaction is. Outside of that, that's as far as we know.
You two really pulled it off. Great job.
Oh no. I don't like the way the camera is framed.
It's Kusamoto, the vice minister.
Oh.
Bando.
He's from public security?
Right.
You handled that with such grace, Yagami-sensei. It's no wonder Kuwana holds you in such high regard.
What brings you here?
Yagami-sensei, would you mind if we talked alone?
Why, though? Something we can't hear?
The more you know, the more you risk. You'd be endangering your own lives. If you're willing to accept that, feel free to stay.
We'll clear the room. At this point, we'd just be getting in Yagami-san's way.
Fair point. Gendo Sensei has shoes on. You don't. Oh, and now the shoes are gone. Ooh, that's an error right there. That's a continuity error. You guys can't see on the bottom, but on the bottom right, he was wearing slippers, but in the previous scene, he was wearing shoes, and then they became slippers again. I was just about to make a comment like, dude, Gendo Sensei is wearing shoes, and then suddenly the next scene, he was wearing the same slippers. Weird. Awkward. Like continuity detail.
It was nearly a month ago that Kusumoto-san received a letter from Koana. Though we were unable to use it to trace him.
What did it say?
Soma told you, didn't he? Koana hid Shinya Kawai's body, seeing as Kusumoto-san's fingerprints and other traces were still on it. If that surfaces, the Ministry of Health will have yet another massive scandal on its hands. As such, we'd like to recover and dispose of the body as quickly as possible. Perhaps we'll need to melt it down.
The body was originally preserved to maintain control over Mitsuru's bullies. I never imagined it would be used against me someday.
Fine, but why are you telling me this?
Because of the letter he sent. Once Eihara-san's trial is over, he wanted to talk to you. Using my phone.
Huh?
Interesting. He has eyes and ears?
Is that Koana?
Kusumoto-san, is Yagami there? Put me on speaker, please.
How does he have eyes and ears?
Go ahead.
So, it seems Eihara-san's trial was a big success. He took our failing legal system and turned it on its head. Couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know what you're thinking, but public security has to be tracing this call. You have a plan?
Nope, not this time. That's why I'm using my own phone. And that's just the way I want it. Can't run forever, you know.
What the hell are you saying? They catch you, you're a dead man.
That's exactly why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san.
Yes.
I'll be upfront with you. I never imagined the day would come that you would be the one to betray me. But if I had to guess, Mitsuru-kun must have woke up. If that's the case, then Kawai's murder, your whole past, you're not the only one it stands to ruin. If all that comes into the light, Mitsuru-kun will be labeled the son of a murderer.
Exactly. I can't let that... That's the one thing I need to prevent.
I know. That's good. That's exactly what you should be doing. So please, don't stop now on my behalf. Enough is enough. You and your son have been through enough hell. I want to protect Mitsuru-kun too. Almost as much as his mother.
Where is Kawai's body? Tell me.
I can only assume this call is being traced, so even as we speak, I'm standing somewhere very close to it.
You gave us the location. I'm going to dispatch Soma.
Koana! Where are you?
I'm in Injincho. If I take even one step out of this city, I'd be powerless. I've got nowhere else left to go.
Koana!
After they find Kawai's body and Koana is taken care of, I'm next on the list. Bando can act at his own discretion. If he wants me gone, he'll be able to silence anyone who could know too much. Sawa-sensei was just the first victim. You yourself have sealed this fate, you know. Will you tell him? Will you tell Mitsuru-kun about Sawa-sensei?
Surely you know it wasn't my fault. Sawa-san's death was a tragedy. I never imagined that would happen.
What about Kawana? Can you imagine how his death is gonna play out in a few hours? I can, but I'm not gonna let him go down without a fight. Which means, I'm going to Ijincho.
I can talk some sense into Bando. I won't allow him to kill indiscriminately. So please, don't go out there to risk your life.
That's how it works. No promises. Tsukumo, Kawana's still out in Ijincho. Soma and RK are heading there too. We need to get to him fast.
Wait, are you sure about that?
You should be able to pick up some chatter. Pinpoint the location. I'm on my way. I'll talk to you soon.
What's your plan, though?
Tsukumo?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe and sound.
What's happening? Is RK on the move?
Oh yes. A picture began circulating on the internet not long ago. It was likely Kawana-san who put it out there. I just sent it over to you.
Hang on. Is this Shinya Kawai? That's his body.
Indeed it is. I data mined the image and found out it was taken just minutes ago. I also have the location. It's a warehouse company on Yokohama's coast, and Kawana's uncle came up as the proprietor.
You mean Siren's owner?
Fair enough.
Send me the warehouse's address.
Actually, Sugihiroshi's driving there with Kaito-san and Higashi-san right now. If you want to ride, take Isizaki Road and head to Tsurukame Highway.
Can't count how many times you've come through for me, Tsukumo.
Just trying to return the many favors, Yagamishi.
Oh, I'm on Isizaki Road already. There it is. There's the van. A word of advice: from here to the end, the battle will be intense. There's so many, so many warnings. Oh no. All right.
Doc, over here.
Okay. See. This is gonna be rough.
These RK assholes are like bananas. They only come in bunches.
Funny imagery right there.
I take it they don't want us getting to Kawana-san?
Guess they were expecting us. Sure are making a big show of it.
What are those people doing? Oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Should we call the cops?
Kaito-san, we're running out of time. Let's wrap this up quick.
Yeah. Can't you see we're in a hurry? Quit stalling and come get some.
Oh. Wow, I like how that hit me on the ground, and the hitbox was so gigantic vertically. Okay. Sure. What? Dude, Higashi just like... What are you aiming at? And I didn't mean to do that. That leapfrog basically just jebaited me. Wow. Because I was definitely quick stepping there, but it leapfrogged instead. And robbed me of like half my life bar. How many elites are there? Oh, dang it. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess that's a good... Yeah, that's fine. We have one more. Okay. That's fair. I'll take it. Yep, gotta love the armor. No hit stun. Just full response all the time. Yep. You gotta love it when the camera just makes you not sidestep. All it did was just constantly dodged in place. Yep. Oh, it starts me on the second one. That's not too bad. Buffered, so then I took chip damage. Buffered from the cutscene. At least we get full ES. Not that I really wanted it. I lost 50% of my HP because of targeting, so... Is it just me, or there's a way more of them? Did it just start on the second wave? Well, that's all the meter. I think I counted like 5 more guys. What the heck, dude? He just randomly stopped running. What the heck? Okay. Got auto stand. Got freaking auto stand. I'm hitting him on the ground. He auto stands and frame 1 active twice. Might as well just never hit people on the ground.
You 4, freeze!
Somehow they never show up when you need them. But they're right there when it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Think this bunch is with public security?
Probably.
I'm not sure. Either way, we don't have time to deal with them.
Good point.
Hey! Relax, fellas. I can vouch for these guys.
Nabe-san.
The lid came off the Mikoshiba case. We can investigate the connection to Ehara. But what the hell are you guys doing here?
Kawana's in a tight spot, actually. Can I count on you? Will the cops help?
What do you mean by a tight spot?
Take a step back, please. These men are gonna be under our jurisdiction.
This has to wait. We're dealing with a matter of life and death here.
Be quiet!
Hey, I told you I could vouch for these guys. Why don't we all just chill out and let them explain what they're doing?
Hey!
Ow.
What the hell? I suggest you stay out of this. Okay, name and department. Our orders are coming from way higher up the chain than yours, sir. So again, stay out of this. There's nothing stopping me from arresting a detective. Or do you want to try me?
And do your orders include going around belting us with your batons?
We're about to have a problem here, aren't we? All 4 of you, put your hands up and face the car. I said, move!
Oh, damn! It's Yagami-san! What
Dang.
brings you all the way out here?
Matsu.
Layers.
Akane?
Hey! Stop that!
Whoa! Back off, dude!
Ooh, this is a deep cut.
Hey, check it out!
This is a very deep cut right here.
Jacking my friend's food because they're shady as fuck! I'm no expert, but is that shit legal?
Nice. Sugiura, start the car.
Okay.
Hey!
Kirby cop! There's a cop here and he's creeping on me!
Those kids aren't even half bad.
Let's roll!
Hey, stop the car!
Shit!
Liu Mong? That's so? Dang, they just throw everyone in.
Looks like everybody's on our side. Except RK and the cops.
Great. Kawana's gonna be waiting for us.
I'm on it. Going as fast as I can.
Starting to feel that power of friendship.
Tsukumo, we're just about at the place. You got a visual?
Yeah, the view's great from up here, Yagamishi. From my position, it looks like RK is swarming the whole building.
Throwback. It's storming again. Just like Judgment.
And Soma?
I can't confirm his location, unfortunately. Kawana-san either.
Okay. So give me a number here. How many RK we got?
100?
I'd say about 100.
There it is.
100?
It's a massive warehouse, so they need all the manpower they can get.
Of course
They
it's
seem to have
100.
fanned out to search for Kawai's body. The good news is there's no indication they found it yet.
Tsukumo-kun, got any bright ideas for where I should park this thing?
I'm afraid it won't matter too much. The enemy already knows you're en route. You'll have a welcoming party no matter where you decide to enter from.
That works. Just means we get to show up and beat down the front door.
No firearms, please. Minimal firearms. For all that is holy. Minimal firearms, please. And there's the rain. They're outside in the rain this time though. This is not the first time they've been outside in the rain. Hopefully I don't lose any, like, gain some latency from this.
Are you guys ready?
Hey, anyone else getting some good deja vu from kicking a bunch of asses in a downpour?
I'm pretty pumped, actually. It's reminding me I'm alive, you know?
Come on, man. Are you that bored back in Kamurocho?
Let's go!
Okay.
Great. More of them.
Music. Wow, that guitar riff though. Whoops. I can take out like 7 of them, or 15 of them. Okay. I'm sure they come in waves. Oh, I am losing inputs like a madman right now. Oh my gosh, the body and contact points are not in line right now. Yep. I lost like 2 inputs there. I lost all my inputs there. Holy heck. Yep. Yeah, it's hitting, everything is hitting delayed. Even the visual response of when the contact is happening. Yeah, I'm losing all my inputs. Holy heck. I think I have a like 10%, maybe like a smidge there. I can probably execute it in time. Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't get it. I think we're gonna heal here. Yep, I can't even guard in time. Like, just no guard. Guard doesn't even recover in time. And I'm not doing those. Holy. Gotta get rid of the guy with the sword. It is so delayed. Even his movements, like which direction he's running, has a really big delay. That sledgehammer is freaking scary. Oh, I didn't even do that. That sucks. It might take out. Okay. At least it took out the guy, I think. Yeah, like, the timing on the hits are so weird. Oh my gosh, dude. They're not even lining up anymore. Like, I got hit by the knife hit in like delayed fashion. It's best just to run around at this point. Yeah, oh, that was so delayed. Like, I'm spamming Y well in advance, and I still end up leapfrogging. Just rely on heat clearing. I'm sure there are more. Yep. Like, I hit Y super far in advance, and I still leapfrog. As though he didn't hit any button at all. I see a bat. I see a elite. I gotta stay away from the elite. At least for now. That didn't even register. Holy, it showed the hit spark, but it didn't even make contact. Oh no, that's a gun! Oh no. Yeah, kick his butt. Punch him. Hit his face. He has the armor, so he's just gonna take one hit and then shoot me. Yep. I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. And there was no way you can respond to it because there's so much delay. I knew he was gonna respond and kick like 50% of my HP away. And since he has a gun, he's never prone. Like, hit him. There goes 50% of my HP. Frame 1 active. No recovery time, nothing. Kick his butt. Please. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here quick stepping until they kick his butt. Oh, he actually reloads sometimes. Guys, please. If I kick him, he's just gonna retaliate immediately. Oh, wait. Nope, he guarded. Yep. Instant read over and over again. And I wouldn't be able to recover. So that's pretty cheap right there. Tap him, he'll do his attack immediately. And you can't dodge it because there's so much delay. I wasn't gonna attack that guy. Hit me twice already. Unfortunately, I already used up like 4 healing items. Okay. Let's see. Is the place gonna get lit on fire?
Hey, we've got company. Guess the watch isn't doing their job.
What are they so mad about? It's not like they're supposed to be here either.
Yeah, they're just ransacking the place.
Can we use those weapons?
This is all to find Kawai's body.
Well, if there's a bright side to any of this, it looks like they still haven't found it. Or Kuwana.
That's it. Break time, fellas. Let's kill these fuckers!
was afraid those barrels like would explode or something. That I needed to toss them. At least we're getting our EX action. EX action activation. I can't stop moving. This can't be. Okay. It doesn't explode at least. And I hit the wrong button. Okay. These are separate scenes, which is helpful.
That all you got? Cause I can go all day.
Never seen this number.
Huh?
Ikashi has like a Muay Thai
Kawana,
stance.
I assume you're here? Then all the players have assembled.
Wanna.
I mean, you're here too? Where are you? What is all this?
Put simply, a trap for Soma, using Kawai's body as bait. You must have known he'd show up too.
So everything from calling Reiko Kusamoto to this, it was all to corner Soma?
Yeah. I'm gonna drag him kicking and screaming into the light. He only gets away with his shit because he does it in the shadows, and his friends at public security just watch. If I expose them, Kusumoto-san can lead a happy life.
You know she sold you out, right?
Look, that doesn't matter. This is the only shot we have at Soma. Alone, I could probably kill him. But there's no way I can take him in alive.
If you wanted help, you could have just asked.
To deceive your enemies, start with your allies. And besides, if you didn't come, I had a plan B. Listen,
That's
I'm
a
in the
deep
deepest
cut right
part of the
there.
warehouse, far down as you can go. And Soma's closing in.
And we'll just have to get there first.
Oh, man. What kind of plan B could he have when he's got 100 guys surrounding him?
I sure would have liked to see that.
More like 50 now. I mean, I'm gonna be real, it's more like 50 now.
Might be some arcade down below, too.
Probably right.
Lost track. I think that was at least 50 dudes. Boy. Sneak? No, no sneak. We're just gonna walk in? Alright.
The hell were the guys up there even doing? Come on, let's trash them.
Oh, hey, it's the same guy. I was trying to quick step, and all he did was just... Wow. He gets really fast when you trigger the quick step while carrying the weapon. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. I'll take that. Okay, yeah. You're just gonna aim at that guy? Yeah, okay.
What a waste.
Okay.
Let's roll that talk.
Kaito, can you...
Won't open? Maybe they barred it from the other side.
Hey, what's the plan?
Let's see if we can find another way.
We can try finding healing items in this mess. I see wall running.
What the?
Maybe a forklift? Yeah. Climb up on the forklift? Huh? Can I... Oh. Okay. Where? How do we get up? I see.
Suspicious.
Let's go.
Hey guys.
Oh, you spot a way through?
Parkour.
Yeah, let me see if it'll work. You guys keep watch in case anyone's tailing us.
Gotcha. You can leave that to us. Be quick, but keep it cool, Talk.
Why don't Sugiura do it? Yes, yes, yes. Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna get ambushed there? The moment we drop down, we're gonna get ambushed. Oh, wait. No?
I have to do something about this right now.
Yeah, get ambushed. No?
Here we go.
All
Color
right,
me
you
surprised.
made it. Now let's hightail it to Kuwana.
Alright. I'll take it. No items. I don't see any.
That door looks like it leads ahead.
It's locked.
Cheers.
Let me see if I can pick it.
Oh, we haven't done this at all. Just once. Is this the... Yeah. Wow. We've only done this once before.
That'll do it.
It's so much more responsive.
You're the man, Yagami-san.
Okay. There we go again.
Hold it right there!
God damn. How many of these guys are there?
Talk!
We already
Sugiura!
talked about this. 100.
Gotcha, and I'll keep them busy. You guys go on ahead.
Fair enough.
Counting on both you guys.
Well, that leaves maybe 30 more. I'm just gonna fuzzle it. A lot of boxes.
Another pile of shit. Well, Yagami-san, I guess we can handle this.
Hardcore. That was Sugiura, I suppose.
No RK around here. Yagami-san, find a way to follow me from where you're at.
Certainly. Okay. Oh, I don't know if there are skill books here. Ooh. I don't know where my heat's at, but I'll take it. What am I looking at here? Oh. What the... Oh. Because, it's blocked off. Fair enough. Oh boy.
Still more of them.
Sneak. We're doing sneak now. Right? No? Oh, fine. Ugh. No sneaky, huh? save, Oop! I thought we were gonna save, but no. Now we're gonna save. Toggle EX zone. What is this? A Turner? That's not bad. Oh, hi guys. Never mind. I want to pick up that Turner. Can I squeeze in another combo? Nope. Oh, we're definitely using this if we're given it. Heck yeah. You think I'm gonna fight fair? In your dreams, I'm gonna fight fair. There's still one guy left. What the? Who keeps throwing that? Okay. Oh, there's another item over there, though. Okay.
Yagami-san! I'm a little tied up over here myself. Go on ahead, yeah?
Hey, you alright?
Think so. In better shape than Kuwana-san, at least. Now hurry up, Yagami-san!
Damn it. You better be right behind me.
You know I will!
Come on, Sugiura. You have plot armor, right? Let me see what item this is. Nice. I'll take whatever I can get, man. Attack power. I thought I had enough. Alright, cool. Yes.
What the?
Are the keys in? No. Okay.
Suspicious. Uh-huh.
Really? So, are there keys in this thing?
Hey.
Okay. Fair enough. Really? What? Oh gosh. Lift yourself up. Okay. What's this? Beehive. Okay. 4. There's definitely a peep. Okay, sure. Why can't I, oh. Not inconspicuous at all. This is perfectly reasonable. That's a nice swinging animation. He didn't just randomly muscled up from a static position. He actually swung. Can you, Yagami? I can't get you to drop down. Well. Holy. Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous. Wow, what a way to punish you for messing up. It's way earlier. Like the wall running jump is way earlier. It's not the end of a jump, so it feels really unnatural. Where the heck are you aiming? I'm trying to aim at the guy with the stun gun. So hard to know which one you're aiming at, my friend. He knocked me on my butt in EX. That is so gross. I had to cancel that. Yep, that's a frame 1 active, as per usual. What the heck did you just do? Yep. That's basically 50% of my HP off one hit. Just one single hit stun. It's not even a hit stun, it was like a miss, yeah. Like a quick step in place from behind. Cheapskate. Sliding behind. Auto turning from getting hit. Come on, dude. That auto turning stuff is so cheap. You tap him and he auto turns. Yep, you have to rotate your camera so it's facing in a cardinal direction. That's the only reliable way of getting down. Okay, I gotta remember to press. Yep. Yep. Back again. It just doesn't trigger reliably. You don't hit any button, you just run at the wall. Now we gotta do it all over again. I think the button stays the same though. At least I'm ready for the B. And a B has to be early. You don't jump when you think the wall jump happens. You jump at the execution of the wall jump. I wonder how many times I'm gonna do this. Honestly, I think you can make it to the end. Well, stop it. There we go again. I almost missed it. It's like so early. It's super early. It's that yellow bar. It's already past the yellow bar by the time you see it come up. It's crazy. Am I vaulting? What am I doing here? No. Not vaulting. Okay. Okay, cool. What's this? Joy. Healing items? There's gotta be something back here, right? I think I've missed like skill books or something at this point. There's gotta be something back here, right? What is it? Ooh. An actual stamina spark. Okay. I could use that. That's nice. Nice pickup. Alright. Here we are again.
I don't stop. Gotta think.
Need a lift? Nice job clearing the path.
Nice.
And the map, I found this.
Come on board!
This ought to be good.
I'm surprised that didn't like tumble over and barrel rolled and killed all four of them.
What the fuck do you clowns think you're doing? Your asses are dead!
Alright, even more. Let's see if we can find like weapons somewhere. That's not it. I really only get 2 there? What the heck? Like, there's so many people standing around. Alright, let's try not to get hit, I suppose. There's a chance these guys dropped items. Ooh, I see an item. Rip. This place is so gigantic. There's an item. Stamina and X. I'll take that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sure. Yep. Armor OP. Oh, I did it, the blast kick. Akiyama. Can you, Of course that's gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. And I still did it. Perfect armor. I knew that was gonna happen. Why did I even bother? They don't drop weapons.
Another elevator. Might take us straight down to the bottom. Kuwana-san and Soma are probably there too.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Imagine getting kicked in the face and just stand still and it hit you back. You do 2% to them and they deal 25% to you. No trading in this game. No trading in this game series, period.
Damn it. Why is this taking so long? Find
So much.
Kawai's body and Kuwana will show up. Faster you go, faster we get out of here. This air is unbearable.
Sir, do you think Kuwana's still around? We already tore this place up. Couldn't he have bailed?
Well, he didn't get out with Kawai's body. No cars have gotten in or out of here since we showed up. Just find the body. We can deal with Kuwana later.
Soma-san! Go check it out! Kawai's body. Sir, I think we found it.
Do you see? You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Yo, how we doing?
Sir, I'm the one who found him. We were just about to pull him out.
That's him alright.
Ugh, he's so fucking nasty.
Good. Get this thing out of here. I've got a buyer ready to pay quite a premium. Good job, everybody. It's Kuwana. You thought you could hide?
He has a gun.
Show yourself. Don't you want to try to negotiate?
You call this a negotiation? You don't bring a gun to a ceasefire.
You've led us on a hell of a wild chase, Soma.
Well then. How many mice do we have in the maze? One appears. The weakest dies first.
That fucking hurt! I'm gonna fucking kick this little wimp's ass!
You calling me a wimp, asshole?
Out of my fucking way!
That was pretty funny, though. It felt more like a Kiryu moment.
You made it out alive, Yagami.
So, is all this playing out exactly as you planned?
If we can catch this murderer here and put him in chains, then I'd say we're off to a good start.
That's hypocritical, isn't it? You say I'm a killer? What's your body count up to?
I'm just a former Japanese teacher. Sounds to me like you've got it all wrong.
Well, doesn't that figure? The only teacher I ever hated was in my high school Japanese class.
Dang.
Soma. I don't know if I've ever met a more twisted piece of shit.
He has. Kuroiwa.
Undercover agent or whatever. You've crossed the line without giving a damn.
Not as twisted,
Undercover agent? My
pretty.
men don't need to hear this shit.
Sawa-sensei died at your hands. You deserve what's coming.
I'm afraid that's what you say when you have the upper hand.
No, definitely more than 100 people.
Guys, turn it on. Now it's time to give them hell.
Okay.
They're going down. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Let's get this over with.
Hold up. Real talk, though. Let's just reset, okay? Just. Okay, thanks. It looks like... Okay. It's not all of them.
Let's get this over with.
Ooh, can I do a combo? Can I do combo EXs with my mates? Actually got just most effective. I got very few tools. This is why we maximize attack power and EX. Okay. Now what? Cool. Okay. Stray drop kick to the face by the most reliable animation. Yep. But that didn't hurt, so that's good. I didn't get enough. I needed like 2.5 bars. Just do one quick step, get the combo bonus, the combo speed bonus, and then farm some EX and then repeat. There's so many of them. What the heck? Oh.
Go, Doc!
Oh.
Yagami!
Oh, is that a safe spot? That's definitely a safe spot. Famine and X. Sure. Okay. At least I know for the legend run. And then, okay. They just go in full health.
Stick around, won't you? Behind you.
Oh no. I totally messed that up so bad. I forgot 3 styles. Oh, he can counter that? He just command grabbed me. I'm gonna get hit again here. Nope. Interesting. Dude. That is so freaking cheap. Alright, well. I doubt he has a... Yeah, so he just counters your heavies. So you might as well just not heavy at all.
Pay attention.
Next time you open your eyes, you'll be alone, without the darkness to protect you. Bando too, he'll abandon you to your fate. To hell with evil being necessary for order. You'll rot in a cell for the rest of your miserable life.
Don't do it, Kuwana. Kuwana, please don't do it.
All that's left to do is clean this shit up.
They all made it. Nice.
Yo, you might want to stay away from that. Pull it out any further, and it'll set off the bomb I planted.
What?
It could very well end up going off anyway. But that'll be up to me.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't keep track of how many times this guy has changed sides.
As long as Kawai's body exists, Kusumoto-san will never be free.
That's fair.
So I'll make sure it's never found again. You guys might want to consider stepping out.
Kawana, you can't do it.
But I can. This was always going to be the backup plan anyway. If you guys hadn't made it down here, I would have blown up both the body and Soma all in one shot. But still, if Soma dies, I'll never get to the one pulling the strings. And Kusumoto-san will never be free of these goddamn shackles.
Kusumoto-san needs to turn herself in. If she keeps trying to hide from all this, she'll be haunted by her past wherever she goes. You'd rather she carry those sins for the rest of her life, and all by herself. Because after today, you won't be there to help anymore. You have to leave. You'll disappear. From here on out, you'll need to live deep in the shadows.
If she turns herself in, she'd never be able to see Mitsuru again. Her son is finally awake, after 13 years in a coma. Does tearing them apart sound like justice to you?
I want nothing more than for everyone involved to get a happy ending. But still, if I turn my back on it now, Sawa-sensei's sacrifice becomes a footnote. That won't work. She can't say her piece without a voice. So if I don't raise mine for her, what justice prevails?
Fine. I'll just push the button. Everyone in here can be blown to hell.
Tsukumo?
You really gonna do that?
Tsukumo come in clutch?
If you guys don't back off, then I will. Do you know how many people I've killed through the years?
Nah. But if you were really that kind of scum, we wouldn't have come down here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tak, you and Kuwana both have your reasons. Something to consider. But between the both of you, is there really a right answer?
Dude, this is the second time this theme played. It's the last time we talked to Wanda too. At Restaurant Row. This track is so good. Oh, crap. Ow, what the? Ugh! Oh, I can't trigger that. I can't trigger finishing blow anymore. So you can't even do the tiger finisher on him.
Come get some. Bring it up.
Let's see if I can get I ran out of time. I was gonna try to get the blast kick on him.
Bring it up.
Holy.
Let go.
I don't want Kusamoto-san. She shouldn't have to keep suffering. The truth, we put too much value on it. All it does is crush us.
That's not true. It's because the truth was being hidden. That's what led to Sawa-sensei's death, isn't it? Set Kusamoto free. It's time for all this to end. I mean, gotta already know. When justice breaks, someone's always gonna find a way to redefine it to suit themselves. And from that point of view, everything you do feels justified. That's why you're able to look past the sacrifice and the damage you cause.
No. I didn't want this.
I get that. But who decides what's wrong? Who gets to decide what's right? That's not us. Come on. Sawa-sensei died because you made the choice for her, and you took her truth. Who does that really serve? Tell me who. Why would you want that? The truth is all we have. When the law can't be fair, the truth becomes our last ray of hope. So please, Sawa-sensei's truth, don't take that from her.
Bando? Oh. Kusumoto.
Kusumoto-san.
Kitakata-sensei!
I couldn't protect you. I couldn't even protect your secret.
Please lift up your eyes. I saw that picture you posted of Kawai's dead face. I took a hard look. This was the man I killed. I saw the pain in his repulsive face. I saw the consequences of my actions. Sawa-san never should have been dragged into this. I saw how I betrayed and abandoned you too.
Kusumoto-san.
I've been frightened ever since. I was scared Mitsuru would find out the truth. I was worried he would discover his mother was a monster. And for you as well, Sensei. You carried it for me. You clung to such a dark secret. I made you do this for so long. I never should have gone through with it. And I won't let you bear the burden of my mistake anymore. That's why I've decided. I'm going to turn myself in. I have some bad news for you, Mitsuru. Your mother won't be coming home for a while. It's not work. But I feel I should warn you. I'm going to be placing a burden on your shoulders. I'm so sorry. Mitsuru?
Please don't worry, Mom. If anything, I should be the one worrying about you.
Huh?
I could tell something was bothering you. You've been hiding a problem for a while, haven't you? I'm sure it's been hard. Especially considering what a burden I've been.
No. That's not it at all.
Don't worry, Mom. I more or less already know. In fact, let me tell you. I was doing physical therapy earlier, and I managed to take a few steps. For the first time in 13 years.
That's wonderful.
It didn't feel like much, really. But still, you know what the doctor said? That if I keep at it, I'll be able to stand on my own 2 feet. And then I'll be able to walk again pretty soon. When that time comes, I'll be there for you. It'll finally be my turn to support you. So please don't worry about me, Mom. Don't let me hold you back. Go do whatever it is you have to do. I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry, Mitsuru. Thank you.
Enter.
So Banda didn't get his hands dirty after all.
I don't recall having an appointment with any prosecutors today.
Are you familiar with Kazuki Soma of RK? Public Security's inside man. He infiltrated the Kamurocho underworld on assignment. As you're aware, he got caught up in some illicit activity. You knew this, yet somehow his actions stayed off the record.
Whatever you're talking about, I have no idea, son.
Just so you know, Soma's been arrested by Kanagawa police. The investigation is ongoing. He's the prime suspect in the murder of Yoko Sawa in her Yokohama home. It's our suspicion that he was acting on the orders he received from you, and that would make you complicit in her death. You wanted to manipulate Reiko Kusamoto, and so you stooped to blackmail.
Let me guess why you're here. You want to put all of this out in the open?
If it means exposing the truth, certainly.
You want to burn down Japan? This is bigger than me. It could go all the way up the chain. People of power nationwide would be dragged into your scandal. And some of those people might even be the superiors cutting your paychecks.
Yep. But the bureaucracy isn't the monolith you think it is. The more political power you wield, the more enemies you have waiting in the shadows for the opportune moment to strike. We've met with them, and we have their full cooperation on this.
As a result, Soa-san's security footage has been recovered. It had mysteriously gone missing when the investigation was opened. Upon further review, Kazuki Soma is clearly visible in it. Who would have the authority to order that evidence to be locked away? That would be you, Bando-san.
For my part, I did the things I thought were necessary. I'm trying to maintain order. It's not hyperbole that I've saved us. My actions. So if you intend to drag me through the mud, I'll see you in court.
So we will. That said, we got this far because those detectives persevered. So I wouldn't expect the prosecution to drop the ball now.
Okay.
We only got this far because those detectives persevered? Oh, yeah? Wouldn't have expected that from Takano, much less about Yagami.
Yes, but Mafuyu said she overheard it herself. He did really say it.
In the meantime, Ehara-san has been charged for Mikoshiba's murder, and Reiko Kusamoto for Shinya Kawai's death, too. Both of them are fully cooperating with the investigation.
Well, I suppose that ties everything up with a bow. Except for Kuwana.
Yes. Kuwana's still missing. He's the last of the loose ends.
So he is.
You think he's still out there? Would he risk his life to keep hunting down and killing bullies?
Well, I have my doubts about that. Yagami-san believes he can turn over a new leaf.
Is it possible?
Some things never really change, do they? This place is still filthy.
Squeaky and clean isn't gonna work for everyone.
That's all a matter of taste. I'd say this place just has flavor.
You brought some snacks?
Yeah. We stopped at the convenience store around the corner on the way here.
Come on, Doc. It ought to be you treating the boys. Bring in some sushi to show them how generous you are.
Oh, should I now? Well, I'm already way ahead of you.
Yo.
Excuse me.
Did someone
Higashi?
order some sushi?
No.
Only the best for you guys.
Dang.
Courtesy of Yagami Detective Agency. So?
Good shit,
Well played.
man. You are a true gentleman. Huh? Hey, what the fuck? There's avocado on this shit.
That's a deep cut. That's such a deep cut from an American. Because avocado sushi, Californians represent, I suppose.
Where the hell did you get this from?
Aniki, if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. In fact, that just leaves more for me.
Fine. Then I get your umi and salmon roll.
Hey, save me the tamago. Long as I got my egg, I'm good.
Who goes for the egg?
I'll leave Kawai's body with you. The cops can have him. But then I'm out. I gotta disappear for a while. I'll fade back into the shadows.
Like hell, man. If he's arrested, public security would have his head. They'd charge him with the one murder he didn't commit. Sawa-sensei wouldn't get the justice she deserves. And worse, they'd find a way to silence him.
Besides, you don't have any proof that I'm even guilty. Anything they could charge me for would never stick.
Just what are you getting at? You said yourself that you spent the last several years taking out bullies all over the country. That's gotta count for something.
I never left a single shred of evidence behind. So good luck. The cops and the prosecution would have nothing to go on. In a legal sense, all you guys can really do is stand there and watch me walk out of here. The law has never been very good about being flexible. The whole system is hollow. It can't judge who needs to be judged. It can't save who needs to be saved. I'll expose that. Every action I take serves that goal. As long as kids like Mitsuru continue to suffer out there, I'll do it for them. Even if it means I have to keep my hands dirty, I don't care. Goodbye.
You're right about one thing. The law is hollow. As it stands now, the system does fail people. All the same, the law evolves. We have to make it better. But it takes time, and the work is never done. That's why, as long as the law lets people fall through the cracks, I'm gonna be there. Except, I won't do it anything like you.
We already know you're the one who snitched. You didn't think we'd find out?
Come on, don't you have anything to say? Huh? You owe us an answer, don't you?
I'm sorry. And there it is. I knew you were lying all along. You are a lying piece of shit, huh? What do you have to say for yourself?
You think your apologies are gonna cut it? You're in deep shit, girl, and that's not how this fucking works.
So look over here real quick. Say, I'm a bitch and a liar for the camera.
Do it, or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Wow, isn't this gross? What are they doing to that poor girl?
3 against 1? That's so freaking weak.
Pretty fucked up to gang up on her like that.
Who said that?
Shit. Hey, come on, move it.
You don't have to. You've got no reason to go with these guys.
What the hell? Mind your own business, assholes!
Do you really think we're the ones being assholes?
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
You guys gotta learn when it's time to give it a rest.
Who the hell are you guys?
Hey,
You three, you need to leave. And stay away from that girl.
Terrible kids. I'm so glad someone finally stood up for that young lady.
I know. Aren't those Serio High students?
Hey, let's just go. Come on.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. No, don't be. I'm sorry. Really. I just wish I had seen what was happening earlier. You'll be fine.
So to our breaking news. After an anonymous report, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police have announced the discovery of 5 murder victims. Found in areas across the country, all 5 victims have evidently been deceased for several years. According to the anonymous tip, the common thread between these victims is that they were all at one time accused of malicious school bullying. The police are working quickly to identify them, and an investigation task force is being launched immediately. This task force's first challenge will be to secure the cooperation of law enforcement across all of the prefectures involved.
All right. So just as a brief warning, the credits are rolling. There is a great chance that the VOD's going to get muted because they do typically feature licensed music by an artist they contracted for the series. And we did hear the intro song. The intro song didn't prompt the muting of part 1 when we started, when the title drop happened. But the same went for Judgment, who had the band Alexandros. But then in the credit, it did get muted. So just as a fair warning, probably not going to make any comments. Just enjoy if you're here enjoying the music with me. If it does get muted, then that's cool. I'll probably save all my thoughts for the end. Usually this scene, like the Judgment end cutscene, was incredibly adorable. It shows slice of life, the characters, going on about their business again, some very non-verbal slapstick comedy and humor in it, and then the music's great. I actually think RGG is on a new peak. They have been peaking really hard with their music. And this particular game and Judgment series in general is no exception. So let's enjoy the credits. No lyrics. I think we're good on this track. Typically, lyrics trigger VOD music. They're playing rock, paper, scissors. Oh, dang. Sugi would've on the first pick. Like the salmon. I mean the tuna. Probably the tuna. The tuna nigiri. Yeah, give me a second. It was red, but I keep forgetting what they're called. It might be like yellowtail. Aw, the kitty's back. Okay, the second song's gonna start now. There's a chance it might get muted. Probably. All right, I think it's safe to talk. Usually, if there was a Twitch mute, it's about 3 minutes long. The artist was Yakitori, and it's like Raisen was the name, and then I'm guessing that was the Rasen. Rasen was the name of the song. Really great song. The first piece was something that was probably composed by the in-house group. I saw that Heat Hide or Heat Lunch was on the list of credits, along with the guitar vocalist, like the group that is also part of the Like a Dragon compositions. I also noticed that they had a law reference. So they had a law firm, or maybe like a law practice group that was used as consultation for the games, maybe the representation of the law. That's pretty sweet. Little detail. And so this subject matter often leaves a bittersweet aftertaste in general, right? Like, you like all the characters, that wholesomeness at the end. We haven't really experienced that yet because we haven't done the completion stuff at all, like the side cases and whatnot. But those characters are, the ensemble of characters have been established with the first 2 games. I don't know when, if there is any plan to complete and continue the series. I would like to think that they're going to continue the series. So the establishment of those characters are great. The 5 of them. Higashi really ended up being what I would now... The 5 of them would be considered like the main cast. I mean, Hoshino was kind of sort of sidelined, right? And then Saori is there. You still have Genda. Genda, Saori... Mafuyu. That's as close as they get. Like Mafuyu is the farthest outside ring, and then Genda, Hoshino, and Saori in the Genda Law, and then you have the inner circle, which Higashi ended up landing a spot in the inside track. These things, like the subject matter in this game is really tough. It's filled with grays. I like how they pivoted away from the emotional impact and consequences of like death and crime, so to speak. Like, what I mean is a lot of times when you see the finale of a series like a Dragon, it tends to be like there are sacrifices, collateral, and life and death situations, and lots of like righteousness, honor, and perseverance, adversity, and then like just a very powerful message, like emotional message. In this case, the emotional message comes with ambivalence, right? Because yeah, you see those kids standing up for the girl who suspiciously remind you of the very first scenes in Ichinjo. When you first arrive, you see that exact same scene, only that was Koda, where Akane and Mitsui, and I don't know the guy with the slack back hair. They mentioned his name like once only, and he doesn't show up in other scenes anymore. But those were the original bullies. But what they did to stand up for the girl was effectively bullying the bully. It's whoever has the more power and influence, right? So it's kind of a bittersweet thing. Like, it's a repeated cycle of justified behavior versus a minority response. So like, on the one hand, you kind of feel like, yeah, you know, those guys are turning over a new leaf, sort of. Oda is part of a bigger influence group now, but it's just a vicious cycle. What they did was effectively rendered those people powerless in the face of a bigger power. So it's just the same cycle again. At least that's how I felt about that scene. As much as my younger self would find like, oh yeah, you know, it's very satisfying, maybe there's some social justice involved, but that's emotionally biased. It may make people who feel and believe in social justice to feel warm and fuzzy because you are familiar with the 4 characters that are standing up for the girl. However, they behave and treat it no differently. They didn't really show an element of growth. Like the way they approached it may seem like do justice, but do justice is habitually emotionally biased. So for me, I only see those people acting the same way, only now they have a new target. And is that justifiable? I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, the subject matter in this game was incredibly mature. I think it would be very difficult for me to expect that someone like around my age or my experience would really be the target audience of this game. Usually it's probably a younger person or a younger person or an older-ish person who has incredible heavy morals and ethics and emotional biases, right? When what I saw was multiple victims, and then victims that created pursuants that then are no longer victims, but they create new victims, which is kind of the character of Kuwana, right? Kuwana, more or less, is a glorified bully that was a result of witnessing bullying. It was a victim turned predator, and those it's bittersweet because those characters turning over a new leaf only became predators again. But this time they have the social backing of acceptable behavior because they're justified to booing another group of bullies that are bullying someone else. So it just keeps going. And I don't know how I feel about Yagami's thing, but his final message I really do appreciate, which is it's not about being guaranteed success or like truth or not necessarily finding closure or finding the end all be all truth and whatnot. It's about trying. It's gonna consistently be trying. Like you always aim to be better, you know. It's not gonna always be perfect, or it can't be perfect really. The idea is to keep striving, keep trying, as opposed to succumbing to becoming your worst version of yourself, arguably in their eyes. Usually this series pretty much just show lots of victims, and victims turn predators, except with minor exceptions, or actually big exceptions, and that's seems like both Judgment games included someone who has no remorse or empathy, that their sense of social justice is so inwardly looking that it is completely void of any empathy, which is Soma, right? Soma is the Kuroiwa of Judgment, and that's fair to use as a way to show contrast. And then you have like characters that didn't have any details revealed about what happened with their consequences and whatnot, like Bando, right? You see a lot of characters change face and like grow in the progress of Lost Judgment. At the same time, this type of topic is incredibly heavy and very divisive. And it still exists no matter what, because as long as there's a disparity between status and socializing, it's a thing that you go by case. So the only thing that can be reassuring is that the law, or say social justice in general, case by case, maybe it'll net a positive, overall positive gain. So someone's going to lose in this exchange whenever social justice comes up. However, always aiming for the overall best outcome is the most pragmatic and emotionally acceptable thing that I feel I could say about it. But generally speaking, it's very difficult to not see how victims, when they become successful, can easily also feel justified to bully others in return. And I've seen that come up so vividly in my personal life, like in like stories where like the victims of bullying are just as cruel and sharp on exacting social justice on those who prayed transitionally. Like what I mean is someone who's the victim of bullying, like Kuwana, can indistinguishably promote predatory behavior against people that don't really have that blame in the first place. Like it justifies the whataboutisms. Like, I was a victim of bullying, therefore anyone I see that was involved in the actual bullying inherits all the crimes of everyone else that precedes them. So it's that whole legacy of being inherited by association, and it's very dangerous, and it always leaves a bittersweet thing in my mind. Like I tend to be particularly impartial a lot of times because you want to empathize with all the perspectives in these situations, and when you do, it's difficult to feel satisfied or have closure in any way, because easily the people who exact social justice and get their closure, they are doing it at the expense of creating new victims. And you might not think of them as victims because maybe they reap what they sow, etc. It's still putting you on a pedestal and dehumanizing another group, right? Another set of people. So it's tough. It's just a vicious cycle. It's a topic that makes this game stand out a lot, so it's definitely worth making a little concluding remark here for the time being. That wraps it up for today for Lost Judgments. We're gonna start doing our completion stuff now. So mini games, slice of life, it will really breathe contrast to the main story MSQ. I think Judgment really accentuates well because the MSQ is incredibly heavy, but then there's all the things that come out of being human and having these things, you know, like we have to be celebratory about what we can do, what we can experience too, and the rest of the game allows you to experience those things, not just focus on a heavy topic like that. I often just see losers. Like, it's a lose-lose situation when these things come about. The win is a consolation prize of mitigating all the damages. And yeah, sure enough, they really touched upon this. This game is, specifically this game, probably less Judgment. This game's gonna be timeless. It is a subject matter that is only coming to light on a different scale, like a whole different scale. Because nowadays, what that image of bullying isn't even considered bullying at the cyber level. Cyberbullying is acceptable. It always looks like that. It generally looks like that. But it's not, it's normalized, so it's not considered bullying. Like, completely diminishing a person because it's just another person behind a screen or behind a name. Like, that stuff occurs at an entirely different scale now. Shutting people out, squelching them, acting out because you're frustrated by something else, so you direct your toxicity towards another source by association, right? So that stuff is on a different scale, and that is normalized now. That's not even considered bullying. It has to be even far more egregious. So the things that Lost Judgment is sharing, the IRL impact and whatnot, that's the micro level, and that stuff happens quite, I don't want to say quite literally every day, we'll just say it happens really consistently, and that stuff is now normal. It's a way of normal interaction where, like, just suck it up, you know, like, oh, there's one of those, they're just being internet people. So now it's like a whole different form. The form of bullying that exists now is far more complex. So Lost Judgment, well, when people play this, it's hard not to think about the form of bullying in this day and age, which they may explore in the future. I don't know if they are going to or not, again, revisit, but a common topic is online toxicity. And we're not talking about online toxicity as in these people are, like, there's criminals, victims, and predators. We're talking about the normalization of just being toxic unintentionally. Like, being conditioned to say it's normal to make someone feel small. It's normal if you're telling the truth, which Yagami could resonate with. Like, I'm just being honest, so therefore I can put you down and make you lesser. I'm an expert, I know more, so therefore your words don't matter. Or, this is my slice of the internet, so I have control, so you are worthless to me because I deem you worthless. All those things just happen. It's a normal thing. So the whole dehumanizing and making other people feel less than the people who are in power, that happens every day now, like, in my opinion. Like, humbly, I would say you can find an example of this easily every single day. So because it's so pervasive and everywhere, it's normal. And the response to that is be more resilient, be stronger, have a larger perspective and a higher value of yourself. Like, that's fair. That's a way to counteract that. So, like, learn to take a joke, or, you know, etc. And that's a topic that's worth having a deep cut in. Like, I would love to see where RGG is gonna go with how globalized the internet is. You saw a little bit of it in with Casca and company in Yakuza Like a Dragon, because they talk about social media a lot, like and then the effects of social media, popularity, you know, all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing, I don't know what's gonna call it, like Judgment, right? Judgment, I think the title is kind of funny. Like, Yagami finds judgment in Judgment. But then there's Lost Judgment, because the whole theme is that there's a loss of judgment. I wonder what the next one is. It would be fun to see, like, if they play on the title continuously to reflect the themes. But I think it's going to be like some sort of internet related, like global internet related crime theme, something, maybe like cyber crimes and whatnot. That seems like a reasonable place to take Judgment. All right. We'll be back next time, you know, with doing completions, the stuff that I love to do as a palate cleanser or a compliment to the MSQ run only. Yeah. So thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. If you're gonna watch this later, thanks for watching. Always feel free to leave a comment, you know, discuss, share. I always love discussing things. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye now.